Good day and welcome back to the Student StarCraft AI Tournament 2016 Finals, round of 8. We have got 4 matches to you. We have got Leaderbot, who defeated Steamhammer in the previous round, and Bullybot passing by Overkill. Then we've got Triple ZK-Bot passing over University of Alberta, and Ironbot beating Icebot in the round of 16. In the other half of the bracket, we've got B-Reaver, who eked out a victory over B-Bot, and Ximp, who defeated Skynet in a quite good Carrier versus Goon match last week. Then, last match, we've got Crazio beating Flash AI and TSUMU dismantling Killerbot with some sublime Shuttle and Reaver play. So, without further ado, let's hop into the game. We have got a nice bit of StarCraft Brutally going on, and we have got the first game. I must apologize for casting this from replays, because the times at which we broadcast are usually times I am spending with my family and I don't have unlimited time, so sorry for that. But first game we've got Leaderbot Martin Royakas, who is doing very well, finishing his master's thesis at the University of Maastricht, and he's doing that on the topic of brutal AI. So that should give him a leg up. One of the things he can do very well is make some nice scripts to build a wall at almost any place in existence on brutal maps. As you can see, it's got a gate. This barracks. The barracks is down at the moment because it doesn't want to let the probe in. An unfortunate corollary of that is that these SCVs also can't get in and out of the base, slowing down the build somewhat. At the other end of the map we see 11 probes and nothing more, so it looks like Bullybot has stalled. Even at this level of play, at the round of 8 in the biggest AI tournament for Brutal, but sometimes this happens and it is very, very sad. We had it in the 2014 finals where a bot stalled. Actually it was Leaderbot, but as you can see, nothing's happening here anymore. So I'm going to speed up just the game just a little bit because I've got a potential 15 games on my hands, or 15, rather not, it's 4 matches, best of 3, so 12 games. Leaderbot queuing up a huge army at the 150 supply moving out, and that's the GG. Sorry for making it so quick, but I have got better things to do than watching a bot which has stalled. So, second game, and hope that this time Bullybot will not stall again. Leaderbot has been with us for years and years, started out as a bunker rushing, proxy barracksing, cheesecake mastermind with an SCV rush tool that was pretty pro, and this time it seems that Bullybot has not stalled. It's doing a 2-gate with a couple of zealots, getting the first kill in, and the SCV dies, and that's another pylon. Oh, slow down, boy. Because we've got a fight on our hands, and this time you can see the wall in progress. Unfortunately, the Marines are trying to keep their distance, disregarding the wall, which means that they are not actually engaging the zealots, which will mean that unless some kind of mech unit comes to their aid, the wall will be torn down relatively quickly by these zealots because there are more on the way. Behind all this there is no kind of tech, so it's just a 3-gate, and let me have some music. Is that music? Let me see. No. This is the oh dear, that was bad. That was me messing around with my... Is that the music? That is the music. So by now we've got a siege tank out, and it's going to do a lot of splash damage versus these units and perhaps the SCV too, but getting a fair number of kills, got one already, and if that supply depot holds, I think this siege tank alone can kill all of the zealots. You might wonder, well, why aren't the zealots targeting that supply depot? Just like Marines are keeping their distance from the zealots are keeping their distance from the Marines, as they cannot attack them, so they keep hovering around here, doing nothing basically. Meanwhile, another gateway for Bullybot, and I think that Bullybot will draw the short end here. Command center done by Elitebot, couple of tanks, and look at all these Marines mulling about. It's just a sight to see. How many kills we've got? 9 on this tank, a lot of zealots, and just going to be more and more zealots. I don't know if that's going to be a winning strategy. As you can see, the Marines and the Vultures make short work of all these zealots they can. Of course, the Vultures have micro and with a couple of tanks behind them. It's very doable to kill a lot of zealots. Upgrades coming up, +1 armor for the Marines, +1 weapons done, and I think that's a nice timing to make a push. Meanwhile, if you look at the supplies, Elitebot pulling slightly ahead, and that's mainly because Woolywot just keeps on suiciding zealots. Of course, it's a very strong strategy just to do it with zealots alone. If you remember, the original built-in Protoss AI has got quite an interesting, shall we say, zealot timing with 17 zealots, which is very, very hard to hold if you don't know what you're doing. Elitebot, meanwhile, covering the rear for some reason, and Woolywot just going on with his plan for more zealots. Of course, there are quite a lot of zealots at this moment, but versus this mech army, I don't think it's going to work. Now, in Elitebot's base, we are going to see a science vessel, we are going to see more bio, more tanks, and the Vultures keeping the zealot numbers down. Elitebot almost doubling Woolywot's supply, and Woolywot is going for an expansion, which may be rather late if you've got this coming at you and only defending with zealots. Elitebot keeping its army together, and I don't think there is anything in its path to the round of 16. Finally, gas has been taken, and the cyber core finishing. Will we get any goons? I doubt it, because the natural now looks like, oh, that was the natural. No, oh well, it was fine. Martin Royackers in dominating fashion with his bot Elitebot moving up into the round of 8. Behind that, taking a third base with the tech, with the micro, just being a dominant performance here. So that's the GG for that kind of thing, and we now move on to the second match. And the second match, if you remembered, is a match between Chris Cokes, which will play as the White Zerg here, and Ironbot as the Blue Terran here. So what should be told about these bots is that Ironbot is a project of the Frenchman Igor Dimitrievich, and he started out doing some very, very aggressive stuff with his bot called Stone, which did an SCV all-in rush, which was very effective because the SCVs would all repair one another, had brilliant decision making, and just killed the enemy outright with nothing but workers, which was very frustrating for the enemy. Nowadays, such a strategy will not really work anymore, and luckily for Igor Dimitrievich, he was able to put in a lot of time. So now his bot is very aggressive indeed. Secondary stage of Ironbot was a huge deal of harassment with Vultures, but nowadays it can do multiple strategies, use higher tier tech units, and use air units as well. So all in all, it is a force to be reckoned with. At the other end of the map, we had a bot which, it used to always do a 4-pull, and now it does a 4-pull too. So I don't know. Yep, I think that Ironbot has sniffed something out with the scouting SCV, and look at that. The SCVs come off the line, and now we've got 6 Zerglings, 5. Oh, will the bunker get up? And the bunker will get up in time, but the SCVs move past, and there is nothing here in the main to help defend. There is just one Marine is heading back to the bunker, and the bunker now with 2 Marines is holding. But how many SCVs are left? There are only 4 SCVs left, 2. And now I think that every Marine is in the bunker, and all the lings are dead. Now Triple ZK bot is in a dire position. What can it do now? Because there is a bunker with 2 Marines at the choke, and SCV production has resumed now with 5 SCVs, and no, just going for Zergling. So Triple ZK bot going for a very risky, very all-inish build, nearly paid off, but there are 4 SCVs, and I think that if more Marines do get produced, Triple ZK bot will be in dire straits. The SCV here at the front is in grave danger of being killed, but with the micro, very little money is coming in. Actually, that's not good. Now more money for 1 more Marine, and with 3 Marines, what's happening here. I think Triple ZK has decided it's not, oh, it is going to work, but it built a sunken colony, and that is going to slow things down even more. Now, Ironbot with 3 Marines, now 4 and 6 SCVs, doubling the economy of Triple ZK bot. And as you can see, these Lings will no longer stand a chance. 4 Marines now with 2 SCVs at the gate. About 6 mining, so I think that is pretty much it, because you're not going to get through here with just 2 Lings at a time. Triple ZK bot used to do this build all the time, was pretty successful with it, but nowadays the opponents have called on, and as you can see, although it was a very tight hold, this is what happens if you go 4 pool against a top tier bot in the modern game. These SCVs going absolutely crazy, moving in and out of the bunkers and getting quite damaged all the time. And Triple ZK bot is facing a flood of SCVs, because we've got about 16 SCVs, 2 of which will repair each other all the time. These 4 Marines will have, let me slow it down, let's get a grip on one. We'll have a lot of kills between them, 4, 10, 3, 14 kills and 18 there. A lot of SCVs, gas now being mined, and at the base of Triple ZK bot. Oh, Triple ZK bot has changed its plan, and I must give huge props to Chris Cokes, its author, for that, because it's very hard to recognize when something's not working. Obviously, it has now detected that it's not succeeding with the 4 pool, but as you can see, we've got 9 drones, 1 sunken, 2 overlords, versus an economy of 22 SCVs, and now going for 2 factories, and I think that as soon as these vultures will hit, Triple ZK bot will be in a bit of a bind. Now going for gas as well, 11 drones, and here come, oh, slow down boy. Here comes the first vulture, and I think that with the sunken colony it is pretty well protected, unless, or you could run around. I don't know if Ironbot is clever enough to do that. And I think this SCV is coming over to help and repair, going for vulture speed, not going to help in the short run. So perhaps Chris Coke can stage a comeback from here, but if you look at the supplies, Ironbot is nearly tripling. Triple ZK bot at this point, going for a Spire, going for, oh, 1 vulture inadvertently dies, going for a couple of Lings, and the Lings now, oh, this is a bit of a problem, because that sunken can't cover the mineral line from the rear and from this part of the rear. It must be said that Triple ZK bot at this point has a pretty exposed rear. Ironbot going for the expansion with the bunker still in place, going for more units, and is at this point almost tripling Triple ZK bot in supply. The vultures with the speed are killing Zerglings left and right. Spire coming up, I don't know if it's going to be in time, and if it is, how it's going to fare. That sunken doing lots of damage, but all the drones are being targeted, and there were about only 12 or 13 to start with, and the numbers are not going to go up anytime soon. So, well, that's it. It's now waiting for either Ironbot to lose control of the game and crash, or for the numbers of vultures to increase that may storm this sunken. And this sunken is doing quite a lot of damage versus these vultures, but in the end, there are just too many vultures. The Spire is under attack, and I don't think there is enough money for a single neuter. All the drones, 7 drones, 6 drones, Spire going down. Will there be any tanks soon? Because I don't think that these vultures will ever attempt to storm that sunken colony. And now Triple ZK bot is dead with no drones. Yes, oh, look at that. That's cute surround. Couple of turrets, a lot of turrets, and a lot of vultures just mulling about, trying to kill off buildings left and right. And we've got the first siege tank. So now we're in siege, and now it will tear down this sunken colony, going for the kill. And will it be another Terran moving into round of 8? The first game seems to say yes, because the 4 pool didn't work. Triple ZK bot didn't make it in the first game of the round of 8. Let's move on to the second game. And the second game between Triple ZK bot by Chris Cokes and Ironbot by Igor Mitrovic is starting now. Triple ZK bot has Oh no, 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 no. This looks like another 4-pool, and this time it may succeed because these bases are so close together. This is a very ballsy 4-pool with an extra drone in there. You might sneak another drone in there as well because you... Oh no, no, just so brilliantly timed that you've got these 3 eggs and 6 lings. The barracks isn't done this time, and the SCVs will have to come off the line again, now defending down the ramp, but there is a probe as well, and the probe and the lings are tearing through these SCVs so quickly, but the SCVs are holding. More lings are coming off the line, and this... Oh, there is one Marine microing for its life. There is a bunker coming up, but will it be in time? Where are the rallies? And there are 2 more Zerglings coming. The bunker will be done momentarily, and will the Ling get in? I don't think it will, and no, it goes down, but there will be a new Marine on the way soon. The task of these Lings is not to get it, let it get into the bunker, because if it does, there will be hell to pay, and last time Ironbot held on by the skin of its teeth, but this time it doesn't look like it's going to work. So this very risky strategy by SSCAIT is paying off. It's about to equalize in the round of 8 game versus Ironbot. Going to speed it up to double speed to allow these Lings to have a little bit of fun with these SCVs. As you can see, there is very little money left. The bunker goes down, and now we've got 12 Zerglings versus 1 Marine. And that's a game of tag you want no part of as the Marine. Now, more Lings coming in. Command center being torn down, and about 5 of the Lings tearing that Marine down. Yeah, that's nice lift, but in the end I don't think you are going to succeed with that. Might be a little cruel, but... Oh dear, I should tell you about tournament rules, because every game has a time limit of 90 minutes, and if the 90 minutes are up, the game gets decided on point by the internal game score screen. Now, SSCAIT is not building any more Zerglings because an Overlord died or something. But if there aren't any units killed for about 5 minutes, the game will end as well. So I'm hoping for that. By tournament rules, I've got to let it play out. The Lings are not scouting that base anymore. Oh, now we've got a sunken and more drones coming up, so eventually we'll have Mutalisks, and that's crazy that the 5-minute lockout doesn't trigger. But if I know SSCAIT is going for a lair, and after lair I think we'll either see Mutas or Hydras, and that will be the end of the game. I can't give the GG because there is always a chance that Ironbot will recover if Chris Coates' SSCAIT will crash. Here comes the Spire, and after the Spire we'll see the Mutas, and the Mutas are going for the enemy base. Let's keep an eye on it. We've got a Ling, we've got a Muta, and there goes the command center. SSCAIT about to equalize with yet another ballsy strategy, if you can name it. But here we go, we are at 1-1, and SSCAIT equalizes versus Ironbot. Now, let's move on to the deciding game in this matchup. We have got SSCAIT as the purple Zerg in the bottom left corner, and Ironbot, which held the first 4-pool by the skin of its teeth on a large map like this. SSCAIT, oh dear, I did just do that again. Messed up the edges of the virtual machine. SSCAIT just making it work. Oh, and Ironbot scouting it again in the very fast pool and the eggs. So now I think it's going... It just might succeed, but the Lings are on the way already. They found the base, and this is 3-4 pools in a line. You've got to have some serious balls to do that. But this time there is a large surface area, which will mean that the SCVs will have a large area to defend. There is money for a bunker, and I think all the Lings are dead. The first Marine is about to come out, and although 2 more... Oh dear, the SCVs are very, very damaged, and I don't think there are enough SCVs. Oh, 1 Ling goes down, and the Marine comes out. And will this be in time? The bunker is brilliantly placed this time. A slightly larger map, the third 4-pool in a row. SSCAIT is just putting on the pressure with more Lings, but there are now... And it gets in as well. There are now 2 Marines in the bunker, and how many SCVs are left? 5 SCVs left versus only 3 drones at the other end of the map. More SCVs being built, and as more SCVs get built, we'll also get more Marines. So here we go. The pressure is on. Oh, and there is no. Oh, that was very close. A couple of Zerglings made it by the bunker. SCVs get pulled off the line to help defend, and I don't know why. Oh, you just lose SCVs like this. That's not good. If we look at the supplies, Chris Coates, the SSCAIT is at 8, Ironbot is at 9, now 10 to 7. And with the repair of these SCVs, I think that the SCVs are definitely going to have it. As you can see, no more damage being done. 2 SCVs keep defending, and we've got 5 mining now. Occasionally one comes off the line to help and defend. Sunken colony, which less of the pressure even more. We've got now 3 Marines, and I think that Ironbot is going to hold this by, again, the skin of its teeth, which makes for some very exciting StarCraft. Unfortunately, it's not the most artificial intelligence heavy matchup with a 4 pool, but if you look at the decision making by SSCAIT, it's more than first meets the eye, because you've got to have a bit of a concept of when you are going to 4 pool, and it only just didn't make it versus Ironbot the first game, and I think it's not going to make it the third game as well. The second game just won brilliantly, that was a little bit smaller. You might say, well, the Zerg should not press on with the build so much, now going for some more drones, but it's now 5-6 drones versus 21 SCVs. The factory is coming, and all there is tech-wise for Zerg at this moment is a pool, which is not good for Zerg at all. So, second factory coming up, we've got 4 Marines, no more pressure, and the Vultures are there. Vultures are there again, and we've got 2 or 3 Vultures going for the pool, which may set back the Zerg even more if it doesn't devise a plan to stop the attack. Gas being mined, but with all the Vultures coming up and the SCVs, will we get tanks as well? We've got Spider Mines first. Then we got the eBay and more Vultures, so there goes the pool, and the drones come off the line to help and defend, but versus Vultures, that's not really a good sign. Meanwhile, SSCAIT is on 1 drone, and that was the last drone. What have we here? We've got another couple of eggs with drones in them, but there are so many Vultures by this point that SSCAIT is officially out of money. Lots of turrets surrounding the base, and lots of Vultures in the base, and there we go. This sunken is not really perfectly placed. If it hadn't been placed here, Zerg might have had a little bit more time to figure something out. As it is, Terran is moving up into the round of 8, and here comes the first tank going to siege and siege down this supply depot, sunken colony, most starting with an S. So after Michael Royaker's Leaderbot, Igor Dimitrievich's Iron moves up into round of 8, which will make a brilliant TVT semi